Well, hello, good morning, everyone. So, by the way, my name is Estila Garcia from the group of Group to Rather, and we are from the BTBTED GFD. So today, I will going to share my thoughts. It regards about being and learning multicultural literacy in the Philippines. Okay. So when we say multicultural literatures, it serves a powerful tool. It enables students to gain and understand about their own culture and other cultures of others. So through this deeper knowledge, the relationship can be strengthened. Okay? And also bringing the gap between the student from the diverse cultural background. And it can help the student develop awareness by introducing them to current cultural issue. When students variously experience that feelings and also the emotions, the emotions of others, through literature, they are encouraged to look critically at the world and gain a greater understanding of the global community. And now, we will going to talk about the conflicting requirements for peace. It says that the heart of multicultural literacy is peace among the different culture. So do you really think that this is unproductive? Of course it is. Because the different culture can consider as the non-productive violent, because the interaction, so meaning it seems that this kinds of method it is easy to assume, okay, because the cultural values can be considered as a value of peace. So since the degree that since we are saying that this is the value of peace, no, so the degree and therefore willing to make compromises in order to attain, because this is not in the necessary time, because sometimes a persons act according to the values and norms of his or her culture, and also sometimes another person seems avoiding a different word of view or might interpret and his and get behavior from opposite standard point. So of course, every individual person has a different capacity, of course, attitude, styles, and so forth and so on. So although they are facing these kinds of situation, we need to be considered as that their perceptual thoughts is based on um based of their way style itself. Okay, so let's talk about the nationalistic and regionalistic pushback. Of course, so before I proceed, I just want to give the different meaning of nationalistic and regionalistic. So do you have any idea it's regard about this? Okay. So as we mentioned about the nationalistic, what comes of your mind first? Okay, I'm pretty sure that when we say the nationalistic, I know that you have different and many ideas it's regard on these questions. Okay, so The nationalistic, um, what we call this, so when we mention the nationalistic, no, it's about the nationality, nor sense of the national consciousness, and of course exalting one motions above all others, and the pleasing primary emphasize or promotions of its cultures, and also the interest as open to the group nations of part of it. So when we say in a short term, nationalistic is talk about the nationality, wherein um it's about the nation. Okay? And also, if we are talk about the regionalistic, it's a common term. It's about the religion. Am I right? Okay. And also, it's about the political ideology, which means that it seeks to increase the political power influence and some of the self-determinations of the people of one or more subnational regions. Of course, if we generalize, these kinds of the method is very important tools. Not in the society, not in the nationality, and also it is very much important, of course, since we are talking about the classroom, it is important to the classroom because this multicultural will lead to new challenges for teachers, and it also it also considered as a traditionally student coming into the multicultural classroom are the deficit. Why we consider as a deficit? Because they must learn how to navigate unfamiliar people. Their cultures and languages. Those teachers also have added responsibility of leading students through this unfamiliar theory toward achievement. So, of course, when someone is new in the classroom, then apparently the teacher will in charge, and the teacher has a responsible to guide that student to is basically the teacher will guide and teach, of course, in the first place is um, they need to teach the student how to communicate their classmates and classmates and others, and of course in a common term, they need to guide how the student um adjust in his or her new environment, because we need to consider that this requires specialized learning techniques, and also practice of the education is considered as the effective accomplish. So in that case, teacher who unite the classroom with activities both inside and outside of the classroom stand a better chance at boosting student achievement and negative effects that been observed in multicultural classroom in the past. So like what I've said earlier, that the teacher has the teacher has the teacher has responsibility to take that student, how they need to adjust, readjust, and something like that, that the that part is here or his responsibility to take that new student. And also the most important in the relationship between the what I mean is the most important thing about the relationship between the so the most sorry for the interruption. So the most important thing about the relationship between culture and education, since the culture of teachers and the students affect education, what we call those processes in the classroom, those culture includes everything that make one group or community within a society distinctive from another languages, values, literatures, worldview, and and also in the part of beliefs and behavior can construct a specific group of lifestyle. So in this case, the most important things we need to consider also, like what I've said earlier, that this multicultural literacy is very much important in every individual person, because through in this issue we are highly encouraged about that we need to consider some cultures, because we are all aware that we're not the same at the same time. We have a different ways, attitude, and also culture. So even we're not even we're not the same, we need to take it serious into, of course, we need to consider the cultures of others, so we might be in respect in all times. And that's all. And I just want to call Miss Odyssey de Lima. She will going to continue about this topic. And mabuhay.